Though we roam the seas, far from all we love, we will drink to the good times and this land we fight to defend. Anchors aweigh, my boys, anchors aweigh. Farewell to college joys, we sail at break of day. Through our last night of shore, drink to the foam, until we meet once more. Here's wishing you a happy voyage home.
John Thomas, and I was in the Navy, and I was a motor machinist. You know what a motor machinist is?
No, sir, I do not.
You know, well, I went to school up here at Ames, Iowa for diesel engineering, and that put me in with diesel engineering. I was in and went into landing craft. You know what a landing craft is, I'm sure. And I was a diesel engineer on all of the landing craft barges that were on this ship. I was on the P-104, President Monroe, and we had 7 of them. I was in charge of maintaining and seeing they were taken care of the diesel engines on these landing craft barges. That's all I had to do. But every time we go on an invasion, I had to go with boats, all the 7 boats they had on board ship. So it was a long, drawn-out affair. So I was drafted at 18 years old. I was drafted, and I went from being drafted. Now, most of the boys had to go through boot camp. You've heard of boot camp in the Navy? I didn't have to, because I got out of college and went right in service. I think I missed out on part of my life was not seeing boot camp. Anyhow, I went in as a petty officer, and it didn't take long to work up. But I started out and we shipped us to San Diego, and I got on a ship there. One night about midnight, got on a ship, and I thought it said on the side of the ship, SS Japan. That's what I thought it said on it, but it was very dim light, and it was SS Chaparral. It was a Russian ship, and we took that to New Caledonia. I know you've heard of New Caledonia. And we got clothes. Our clothes that we wore from then on was marine clothes, but I was in the Navy. And a little story there, we went into a great big warehouse. Nobody in there but us boys were getting off this Russian ship to get clothes. And I looked on the box, and it had Marshall, Missouri on it. And they were made here in Marshall, the shoes were. And I told them, boy, y'all gonna get some good shoes here. And I tried to pair it on, and I pulled the tongue up, and I pulled the tongue clear out of it and ripped it out. I just set them back and got me another pair. But it was really funny. I thought they were real good shoes made here in Marshall. And because I had worked in the shoe factory before I left. But that just, from UMA, I went to Guadalcanal. That was our first battle at Guadalcanal. In fact, we just got in sight of the island and we started to be shelled. You know what I mean? It never did know where the guns were at, but anyhow, we were shelled. And this Russian ship, it got hit, and we were sent off the ship. We didn't have our landing craft boats with us then, but they hauled us over on the other side of the bay to Purvis Bay. there's a story in that of itself, being at Purvis Bay until our ship came in, President Monroe. And we was there, oh, I'd say about a week, waiting for it. And another boy and I, heck, we were gonna look around. Heck, we were just like two little kids. Heck, we want to see what the hell's going on around here. Well, the island hadn't even been secured or nothing. And we just went out a ways up a hill and down and around and come back. And we went on to ammunition dump. Japanese ammunition dump. It wasn't American, it was Japanese. And that boy started to go through and see what was in it. I said, better leave it alone, it might be booby-trapped. And we whacked and reported it. It wasn't very far from where our tent was. And a couple of days later, they set it off, and it made a big boom. But anyhow, they didn't even know, the ones that were in this camp didn't know that ammunition dump was there. We were on a load of Marines. This was up in Philippines. A load of Marines, we were supposed to take them to an island north of where we were at, off the ship. And we'd taken, come to this beautiful place, and they said, this is where we want off, and we went up and let them all off, and they went around Coconut Grove. And about that time, Japanese Zero flew over us. There's just 3 of us on these landing craft barges, an LCVP, and fired at us. Well, we were just kids. We didn't, well, this was quite a while after, while the war was going on. And we fired back. We had 2 30 caliber machine guns. We thought we missed him. But he flew on down around some coconut trees down below downhill from us. We thought he was gone, you know. The next thing we knew, he came right back up on this island. No motor. Motor wasn't running. Run out of fuel, I guess. And when he touched down, you know what a Zero is? Okay, but you know it don't have any nose gear on it. It's got 2 wheels and a drag. When he touched that beach, but they had a runway up there. We didn't know it. Beautiful island. It looked like it'd been mowed with a lawnmower. It was so good. You know, nice look. And but when he touched land, it nosed over and bent a prop, 3-blade prop, and bent one of them back up into the motor. Well, we pulled back on the island. We didn't know what the hell to do. And we decided we were going up there and get him. We went up there and there was no sign of no one. No sign. And to this day I wondered where in the heck he went. Because he got out of that plane and down slope back into the coconut grove. Had to, that's the only way he could get out of it. And that plane went over on its nose when it hit that prop and fell back down. Well, there were 2 of us. One of them stayed with the boat. And we didn't know where to start looking for. I said, hell, if we ain't getting paid for going looking for somebody, we get shot. And we didn't look. But to this day, I've often thought, why in the world did we go on? And because there was a plane. The plane wasn't going nowhere. We never did find him.